Crowell Public Library's young adult programming teaches you simple origami. All our projects will use square sheets of paper. Our first project is a simple bookmark. With your square sheet, you'll fold it into a triangle. Unfold and then make another triangle. Make sure that you press down on the paper to create creases. Unfold the sheet and bring in the edges to the center of the sheet. At this point, you'll be folding that in half, and now you'll have a trapezoid-like figure. Now you'll fold in the triangular part, and you'll make a diamond shape. Fold down, making sure that you've created strong creases. Now you've kind of created a pocket. At this moment, you'll fold down the ends into the pocket, making sure that everything fits properly. And there you go. You have a corner bookmark that you can use when you're researching or when you're reading. Our next project is a corner bookmark. Once again, you'll be using a square sheet of paper. You'll be folding it into a triangle shape. Make sure everything is even. Press down. And then you'll bring those edges in towards the center, creating a diamond shape. Now undo both edges and bring down the center, one part of the center of the triangle. Fold down and bring in the edges. Now that you've created a pocket, this is pretty much your bookmark. Our final project for bookmarks is a cat bookmark. This one is a little bit more complicated. You'll be using a square sheet of paper that you fold in half, creating a rectangle. Now you're going to create another rectangle. And at this point you'll have 4 squares. Now fold that into a triangle. And you're going to undo the sheet and fold it the opposite way into a triangle. This makes the paper more malleable. And at this point, you'll have kind of a diamond shape that you're going to push the ends into your paper. At this point, you have a diamond shape. Now you'll be folding down one of the flaps. Okay. Now press down to create a triangle figure. Press down to create a diamond figure. Bring the other tail in, and then you're going to put your finger into this pocket and press down to create a diamond shape. Now bring over the flap that you originally folded, and you'll start seeing a cat-like figure forming in your bookmark. Now turn your paper to the side and fold in one of the ends to the center. And you'll be doing the same thing on the other end. So fold into the center, bring up one of the flaps, and fold in. So now you'll be grabbing that flap and pushing it into a pocket that you've created. You'll be doing the same thing to the other side of the sheet. At this point, you sort of have a pocket now formed, and you'll be folding in those triangles that you've just created. Always make sure that everything is fitting in, and just adjust your folds as you need to. At this point, you can now see a cat shape formed. And at the bottom of the bookmark, you'll just fold in slightly the point to create a chin for your cat. at this point, you can go ahead and draw a face. With any of these origami shapes, you can always decorate it however you want, or buy colorful paper or paper that already has some sort of decoration on it. And here we'll add the whiskers. And there you go, a simple cat of the folds. So up next is a simple envelope. You'll get a square piece of paper, fold in half, and with some of these projects you have to be sure that you're folding a proper way, because if you have color on one side of the sheet, you don't want to only have the outside of your project come out with the white side. So in this case, the color part of the sheet is facing down when you're doing your first fold. At this point, you're bringing in one of the square angles into the center of your half sheet. And you'll do the same on the other side. Now you have a house shape. Always make sure that you try to get it as close to the center as possible. I don't always get those precise folds, but as you do these projects more and more, you'll have a better handle of the paper. So now bring in that pointy part of your house into the center of that first fold. And now you'll be bringing in the sides into the center. So the first one side and then the other. And now you have a rectangle shape. And like I said, you can always adjust your folds as you're moving along. Okay, now that you have your rectangle, you can fold up the bottom half, and you'll already see a envelope shape forming. So there's your flap, and there is the envelope. At this point, you're going to unfold that flap and slightly from the center fold a triangular shape. It doesn't have to be a large fold, just a very thin one, and you'll see why that's important in a moment. So just make those folds on both sides. making sure that that fold starts in the middle of your paper. Okay. I'm just adjusting my folds here. And now you'll open up that flap, poking your finger into that pocket. And then you'll do the same thing in the other side. You'll poke your finger into that pocket. And you'll kind of have a pocket that you'll fold down into the envelope. Now that you've created a nice fold, you will now place the other end inside that pocket, and there you are. There is your no tape envelope. You can always use these for like little gifts or little notes that you can share with your friends. The next and final video will be a simple butterfly. You'll grab your square sheet, fold it into a triangle. And you'll do that on the opposing side. So once again, you've created another triangle fold. You'll open that up, fold it into a square. Okay. So you're folding once again in half, making a rectangular shape. Okay. And you'll be folding in those sides to create a triangle. At this point, you're going to be grabbing one of the edges of your triangle, and you'll be bringing it towards the center, but not exactly in the center. You're just a little bit away from the center. Okay, turn it around. Bring down your top part of your triangular edge, and you'll be folding it in. And there you kind of already have your butterfly shape. Just make sure that your folds are very crisp and clean, and you can give this as a little ornament or a gift, or just decorate your desk with that. And there you have it. We hope to see you soon.